It is 11 a.m. Eastern in downtown Toronto, Scarborough, Ontario. And do you know where your children are? I know where they are. They're inside the Pan Am Sports Center for the home opener for the Scarborough Shooting Stars against the Winnipeg Sea Bears, because it is a school day game. Frank Mitchell and the Scarborough Shooting Stars, a team that has lost a lot of its stars from last year. A lot of new names, new faces, but they already have one win this season. After a win against Montreal, the Sea Bears are 2-0 as we bring you inside the Pan Am Center. Rod Black along with Deshaun Stevens. Welcome, my friend, to the broadcast. Welcome to the season. Welcome to Scarborough and the Ends.
I'm excited to be here. And like you said, it's two teams, two different situations completely. I guess you have a Scarborough Shooting Stars team that's lost their stars, but with lost stars means more opportunity.
New stars.
New stars, more opportunity. And you have a team right here in the Winnipeg Sea Bears, veteran core, looking to compete for a championship, and a couple of great former MVPs returning to the team.
It seems like just yesterday that we watched the Niagara River Lions beat Calgary in the CEBL final, a completely new season. What are you looking big picture for both of these teams this year? The Sea Bears were a host team last year in Winnipeg. Their goal with new head coach Mike Rainbow is to win it all.
Yeah, this is a team that's built to win it all. And you know, we're going to talk about it a little bit later, but they have, again, former MVP Teddy Allen returning, David Walker on the team, Simon Hildebrand. These are experienced CEBL players. They're going for it all this year. This is a team that's built to compete for a championship in 2026.
We're so used to Quavion Smith and Kat Barber and the others who have been with the Scarborough Shooting Stars. Some of these players could still join this team this season. Of course, there are other commitments in this spring-summer hybrid league, the CEBL, that has gained such fandom across the world. Here's the matchup of these two teams so far, and keep in mind the season has only just begun, Deshaun.
Yeah, the season just begun, right? 2 games for Winnipeg, 1 game for Scarborough, but things are looking good so far. Again, averaging 90 points per game. I think the big thing here is the 3-point percentage. Both teams have shot poorly from 3. Let's see if they can make those threes today and take advantage of their opportunities down deep.
Well, players to watch today, we've got a number of them, and Charles Bediako is one of those players that we're going to watch today. We're also going to get introduced to the new head coach of the Scarborough Shooting Stars, Tyrell Vernon, who coached in Calgary and was an assistant here with SSS, is with Esfandiar Barahini, who's back with us. S, take it away.
Coach, welcome back to Scarborough. How is it feeling to be back here in the end?
Hey, it feels great. You know, the energy is great in the building. Got all the kids out here today, you know, early morning, but it's a great atmosphere.
Going to be a great game as well, you guys against the Sea Bears. I mean, what do you have to do against Teddy Allen, a prolific scorer, obviously, here in the CBL?
Yeah, you hope to make him work as hard as he can. You know, he's going to get his points. He's a talented player, but, you know, hopefully we can just put him in situations where, you know, on the offensive end, we're making life difficult for him and throwing different passes at him, and then hopefully we can kind of get after him on the other end as well.
A lot of new faces on this Shooting Stars team. I mean, what's the process over the early starts of the season to get everybody acclimated to playing together?
You know what? For us, it's just been, you know, let's get better every day. You know, I think game is a different story, you know, so just making sure our KYP, our scouts are, you know, as precise as they can be. And then every day is, you know, it's a CBL. You know, guys are coming in and guys are coming out. But as long as our energy and attention to detail is good, we'll be in a good spot.
Thank you, Coach. Best of luck. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, S. Thank you, Coach. School is out. Basketball is in. Day after the long weekend, the kids are in the gym. We're at Pan Am Center. It's the Shooting Stars and the Sea Bears on the CEBL next.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun, or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
We are back in the ends in Scarborough. In Scarborough, Shooting Stars home court, their home opener. School day game, tons of kids. They're all screeching here. We're ready for a great basketball game this morning in the GTA. So now let's take a look at some of the keys to the game for the Winnipeg Sea-Bears, the visitors who come into Toronto today.
Yeah, for the Winnipeg Sea-Bears, listen, there's 3 things, real simple. First off, prioritizing second chances. Only 12 second chance points in game number 1, 30 second chance points in game number 2, but the wins are different stories. I think in this game, you got to assure that you're dominating the offensive class and clean up off the breaks. The Winnipeg Sea-Bears, I think it's also just like no more turnovers. 20 turnovers in game number 1, 9 turnovers in game number 2. Take care of the ball and ensure that you're able to protect the glass.
And there is the Sea-Bears bench. Again, look out for Teddy Buckets. You can't miss him today. He's got the pink kicks. Let's go to our starting lineups today here in the Pan Am Center in Scarborough, just east of downtown Toronto. Here's the Sea-Bears lineup. Look out for Buckets. Teddy Buckets comes by that name quite naturally.
Yeah, Teddy Allen is a former CEBL MVP, and I think he's one of the best players in this league, one of the best players in this league's history, and bringing him back this year was a huge play for this team in terms of competing for a championship. And I'm also looking at David Walker, right? He's a young player. He's now in his 5th season in the league.
From here in Toronto. Grew up down the block.
Grew up down the block and was a part of that 2023 championship team. He was a big move for this Winnipeg team.
Shooting Stars, again, a bunch of new names, but watch out for Miles Powell. Had a terrific opener. Sea-Bears have a couple of wins already. They beat the Edmonton Stingers by 2, and also Saskatoon Mamba. Got to get used to saying that. So used to saying Rattlers, the Mamba.
I like that name. I like that name. I like the colors too.
It's still a snake out there.
Yeah.
And of course, in reference to the great Kobe Bryant, the Mamba mentality. We're ready to go. The Sea-Bears are wearing dark with teal striping. Shooting Stars are in their home whites. And the ends emblazoned across their chest. Love it. Just love it. Welcome to the ends, everybody. Affectionately known as the ends here in Scarborough. Our referees today, Ryan Langdon, Chris Bucella, Amy Cotton. New coaches for both teams, Tyrell Vernon for Scarborough, Mike Rainbow for the Winnipeg Sea-Bears. 2 teams, one of them is going to remain undefeated. After this one, the other is going to suffer its first loss. And we're going to see if the Shooting Stars could be buoyed by this great crowd here today of nobody who could drive. They're going to have fun, though. Here we go. And the season in Scarborough has begun. Number 5 for the Shooting Stars is Kellen Tynes out of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Here he is. It's an off to Miles Powell. Powell shoots it. That is off. And the rebound comes right down to David Walker, the former Shooting Star. Hands it off. Shooting Stars. Look again for Emmanuel Acott, number 7. With that shot off the rim. 2 misses to start this home opener.
Both teams trying to go deep early, trying to exercise the perimeter, shake off those 3-point woes. Unsuccessful from 3 early.
Javen Johnson, Alabama native. Played it to Paul. Javen, right side, tries to attack, baseline floater, no. And another miss here.
Great drive, got some contact, wasn't able to finish, but
Here
great
he is.
drive.
Former Shooting Star draws a foul. They're saying it's on the floor, not a shooting foul. And those beautiful pink kicks on Teddy Allen.
So is that Mamba pink? It's like a Mamba pink, right?
Here's the players to watch today. We'll watch Teddy Allen.
And
Miles Powell.
Yeah, Miles Powell, I think, did some time with the Philadelphia 76ers, played in China for the Bay Area Dragons, and, he had 28 in the first game against Montreal. So looking out for him to kind of be a leader today and establish his presence early on in the season. Where there's so much
kick ball. David Walker, kind of sloppy to start, maybe because it's in the morning. Everybody's kind of waking up here, so am I.
It's the morning. There's a lot of people yelling. He's back home. The nerves.
Well, here's the thing. The kids, they're coming out to cheer. They're cheering for the Shooting Stars. The turnaround again, another miss early in the morning here in Scarborough. The reverse goes, and the first basket scored for the Shooting Stars on their home floor in 2026.
And it's
goes to Charles Bediako.
Charles Bediako cleans up on the glass. Second chance opportunity, puts it up, and is able to convert.
Big 7-footer, three-pointer, splash down, Emmanuel Cott, Winnipeg native. 3-2 early on here, Winnipeg. Powell played at Seton Hall. A lot of controversy at Seton Hall as well when he left, but one of the great players in Big East history. Bediako back out, kicks it back to Powell. Powell launches and rims it out, but the rebound, the putback is put in by Akoy Uat.
Akoy Uat again, a second chance point, able to come up on that rebound, bounce it back up, convert.
Trey McGowan's drive doesn't go. 4-3 Scarborough. Powell attacks, and a whistle and a foul.
Powell getting physical, putting his shoulder down into the chest of Emmanuel Cott, going up for the contact, gets to the line just like he did last game, continuing where he left off.
Again, if you're just watching the Scarborough Shooting Stars for the first time, these are players you're not too familiar with, but guess what, folks? You are going to get to know their names. That's how it is in the CEBL.
And let's not forget, these are great players too, right? Great
Miles
players.
Powell played in the NBA.
Played in the NBA with Philadelphia, right? Had a great stint there, great stint in China, right? A lot of great experience on this Scarborough team.
Miles Powell also, Deshaun, won a number of prestigious awards. One of the most unheralded awards is named after the logo, Jerry West. The Jerry West Award for the best shooting guard in NCAA. Miles Powell won that.
That says a lot. That says a lot, right? And I think for him, when it comes to his shooting, there's still a lot to be unlocked this season. We saw a little bit of it in game one.
Whistle, a foul. Teddy Allen was launching. They're saying it was a hold inside. So ball will go to the end line. That ball, the Spalding ball, the official game ball of the Canadian Elite Basketball League. Gowan's back out to Teddy. Teddy hasn't scored yet. Little stutter step. Back in, bounce pass to Locker. That was a beautiful backdoor. Nobody was home in the paint.
Absolutely. Teddy Allen let the play adjust, let David Walker find the lane, drove, get it right to him for the easy two.
Tynes back to Powell. Powell getting a lot of basketball right now early on. Attacks a great defender. Goes up and off the rack and in. Scoop and score. Miles Powell.
Starting the game aggressive again with the heavy drive to the basket. Didn't get called for the foul, but of course this time he converted on the layup.
Here's buckets. Teddy Allen. Euro. No. No. You're going to see a lot of that. One thing about Teddy Allen, very unorthodox the way he shoots the basketball, but it goes. Oh, what a spin move here. And Akoy Uat is hearing the cheers of the youngsters here on school day in Scarborough.
And if you're Scarborough, this is how you want to start the game against this veteran team. High energy, aggressive, go to the line, drive to the basket, establish in the paint.
Cott. Like Uat, both players with Sudanese roots. Oh, on the floor, finally a whistle, and they were slipping into sliding, and Winnipeg goes to its bench. Winnipeg has its full complement today. Scarborough only has 10 players today, but how about Akoy Uat, player from Calgary who played at SAIT?
And look at the acrobatism here. Look at this. That spin goes up and he finishes clean.
Four minutes gone. 9-5 early on the home side. And Winnipeg went to its bench. Some of the subs coming in includes Mason Krause is into the game. Krause also a Winnipegger. Winnipeg, their owner David Asper and their ownership team really promoting a lot of players within Manitoba. A lot of players from the region. There's Youat again. Great defense by Teddy, and Youat does it again. Simon Hildebrandt, the shooter. That's what he does.
Simon Hildebrandt, the former Manitoba Bison U Sports Rookie of the Year, making his way over to the CEBL, one of the more experienced players in this league. 3 years in the league now, more than a vet.
Off-balance shot by Tynes. Here comes Teddy. Allen has yet to score. You know he loves to score. That's why he is called Buckets. Folks, he fills them. As Jack Armstrong would say, buckets! 11-8 the score early on.
You look at Youat, he's had a great start to the game so far. The physicality is what speaks to me. The physicality, look at this, gets stripped, gets the ball back from Teddy Allen, goes up strong and finishes. That's the type of aggression the Scarborough Shooting Stars need to play with against this Winnipeg team.
And here's a team too, Deschamps, that doesn't really know itself very well. Again, the season just beginning. Few practices, a training camp. Tynes going to the basket, he's fouled, he's gonna shoot twice. But it's gonna take a while for these guys to get assimilated with one another.
Yeah, get it figured out. And I think, like we talked about, again, like there's stars that have walked away, there's stars that are gone for now, but with that comes more opportunity for people to step up and really make a name for themselves and become those new stars.
We'll be back to Scarborough, back to the ends. Shooting Stars a 3-point lead.
Because we couldn't afford things like this without your money.
So much of your money.
Now you might have questions like,
do our profits benefit your community?
No.
Or bet with Play Now, Manitoba's local legal and secure gambling site.
Welcome back to the Pan Am Center, where the Shooting Stars lead. There was a bit of a Woj bomb for the Shooting Stars. Frank Mitchell is a member, and he played for St. Bonaventures last year in college. And the reason I say Woj bomb is because Adrian Wojnarowski, the longtime decorated NBA reporter, was actually the president. He ran that team, and a big part of why Frank Mitchell ended up actually playing for St. Bonaventures. He told me it was a vibe. It was great to be able to play last year and learn. It was a blessing for him to be able to add another season of college to his belt. He had a debut game versus, as for the Shooting Stars, 13 points and 10 rebounds. Clearly was able to establish himself at the CEBL level. He said he's excited for it because he's also a hometown Oakville Prep, played in Brampton, now getting an opportunity to play for the Stars, guys.
Yeah, we'll watch Frank the Tank 00. There he is, Frank Mitchell. And yeah, Adrian Wojnarowski went from writer to AD, president of sports facility at St. Bonaventure. Tells you where most of us would like to end up and don't end up. When Woj bomb, most prolific insider in all of sports, leaves to run a team. You know what he's getting good? Information.
Yep, absolutely. And hey, runs a team, and is also tapping into the Canadian basketball pipeline.
Love it. Here he is.
There you go.
Frank Mitchell. Mitchell bumping with Hildebrandt. Mitchell turning, spinning, hustling, muscling, going in. How about that? There's your Woj bomb. Are you watching this Woj? Frank Mitchell. Nice move there, but it goes the other way.
And let's talk a little bit about Frank Mitchell. Listen, the thing about Frank Mitchell, 6'8", 250+ pounds, he's a throwback. Very back to the basket. Let's get a look at the replay here, but very back to the basket. Good footwork, patient, works on Hildebrand, waits for him to bite, waits for him to reach, gives him one move, and goes up strong with the two. Love it. Very, very, very throwback basketball.
Mitchell averaged 18 plus last season, career 11-point player with the Bonnies. There he is again. Oh, and a big elbow. That has to be offense. It is. And look at Frank Mitchell getting in the face of Simon Hildebrand. And I will tell you, I don't know. Simon is a great shooter. I'm just saying, I would not mess with the tank. I'm just saying. I would not be dialing 0-0.
What's that saying? I think the saying is pick your battles.
Yeah.
Pick your battles, right?
Simon was a fantastic volleyball player too. Look at this.
Right here, they're going at it. And Mitchell gives him that shoulder to the chest, obviously offensive foul, but that's the style of Frank Mitchell's play, right? He's aggressive, he's patient, he gives you work, he wears you down.
Shooting Stars fans are going to love this guy.
Oh,
again, the Toronto native already. Teddy Allen drains the technical free throw. That's his first point of this game. It will not be his last, Deshaun.
I doubt it. I doubt that'll be his last.
You got to think he usually averages mid-20s, so we'll see probably Teddy Allen start to go off. If you can contain, it was part of your key, contain Teddy Allen, find him. It's hard to do.
Yep.
But you can make the rest of the team try to beat you. You got a good chance to win.
Absolutely. Let the rest of the team beat you. Contain him. That's the best chance to win. Absolutely.
Jeremiah Tillman into the game, number 35. Had a good first couple of games. Three-pointer goes. And that is Armani Chaney, Chicago native, star at Tennessee State. And nicely done by Kellen Tynes.
Kellen Tynes, very patient, gives him a 1-2 move, slashes to the basket, finishes easy with the right hand.
Chaney, another long bomb, not that time. 16-12 is the score early on here. 3 minutes to go, first quarter. School day game in Scarborough. Corner three, front iron from Tynes. Here's Allen going to work, shaken. Oh, what a steal that time by Tynes. Takes it away right in front of us. Kept in play, and they're saying it was on the sideline. It will be Scarborough basketball. Boy, frenetic pace here.
Yeah, and you know what? It's this bench unit for the Sea Bears. Listen, David Walker's on the floor. Armani Chaney's on the floor. Mason Cross is on the floor. Last game, those three players combined for 40 points. Rod, this is their bench mob. This is their, I like to call them the bench besties. But this is the bench unit that's going to be able to change the pace for this team when they're in a hole.
Trey Thomas into the game, another Toronto native. Played at Crestwood Prep. Roe Russell at one time. And college ball at Bowling Green with the Falcons. Also has spent some time at Vanderbilt. Change of possession again.
And one thing I've noticed, they've brought in Jeremiah Tillman to work on Frank Mitchell, and that's going to be a good matchup. 6'8", 7 foot right there.
Big
that's going
bodies.
to be a big body matchup down low.
Heavyweight tussle here.
Very heavyweight tussle.
Well, watch that. Isolate on that. We'll get our award-winning producer-director, Dan Gladman. Danny G back with us again. So glad to have him in our ear and operating the controls, keeping us in the air and on the air. And let's watch that. Look, they're going to line up right beside each other. Tillman and Mitchell. This could be physical. That's what you love. Phoenix Wise also into the game for Scarborough. St. Francis Xavier product. Powell underneath. Mitchell. Little chippy.
Powell drives to the basket and finds Mitchell right there down low for the finish.
Corner. Acott. Iron. Another miss here after he penetrated the paint. Jay Van Johnson whistles a pass into Mitchell. And there was a whistle.
And right now they're learning how to use Frank Mitchell. right? They're learning how to use Frank Mitchell, driving to the basket, giving it to him down low.
18-13. Morning game here in Scarborough. Eastern Conference game is presented by Lotto Max. Glad you're with us wherever you're watching around the world. Today on CBC Gems, CBC Sports, YouTube, CEBL Plus, we're everywhere. I think we're on the Home Shopping Network too today.
I've always wanted to be on the Home Shopping Network.
Well, we are. Like, we could be selling sneakers.
Absolutely.
Look at the kicks. What a kaleidoscope of kicks. It is great fashion. We got to get some of these kicks in today. Man. Oh, to be a shoe distributor. Cheney. Elbow. Nope. A lot of misses so far for the Sea Bears. Their percentage down. Thomas knifes in. Mitchell again, look out underneath. He's deadly. Didn't go that time, but there is a two-shot foul, and Frank Mitchell's going to the line.
And with Frank Mitchell, I think you see the potential of what he could be for this team, right? Of course, listen, he's giving enforcer. He's aggressive. He's punishing down low. He could also be a guy that you roll to the basket with, work off the pick and roll. And, of course, he's your cleanup guy, right? Second chance opportunities, offensive rebounds, goes up and gets to the line. So much opportunity for Frank Mitchell to become a staple on this team as they kind of shape out this new era of Scarborough Shooting Stars basketball.
You can follow us at CEBL League on all social platforms to stay up to date on stats, storylines, and more. All 10 teams in Canada's Pro Basketball League, CEBL. Frank Mitchell comes to the CEBL this year thanks to the Woj and thanks to his time, but he's been around. Hey, anybody who knows Toronto hoops, that name has been around the streets, the gyms. Frank Mitchell's been on the radar for quite some time.
Absolutely. He's a legend. I think he's a community legend, right? The term is hood legend, right? But if you're from Toronto, whether it be Humber College, right? Frank Mitchell playing at Humber College before going over to Minnesota and St. Bonaventure, he's been in all the gyms.
Teddy Allen still has not had a field goal yet. Loose ball. Thomas. Akoy. Uot again, and he's going to shoot as he tried to drive to the basket hard.
Keeping up the pace. Akoy Udot just subbed back into the game and already turning up the pace, driving to the basket, not passing the ball, going for the and one.
David Walker. That's his first personal foul.
And of course, right here, look at this, driving to the basket. Pass him right there, goes up, gets fouled. Good foul.
Foul to Armani Cheney. Just a reminder that Cal Tire is the proud partner and tire expert of the CEBL. Shop top tire brands and have peace of mind with Cal Tire's price match guarantee. Shop and book at caltire.com. A minute 3 to go, first quarter. Home opener for the Scarborough Shooting Stars. Got a win in Montreal a few days ago. Sea Bears on the road here. They've had 2 wins over Edmonton at home or against Saskatchewan at home, and then Edmonton on the road. So something's going to break here today in the win-loss column for one of these teams. And underneath is Kyler Filowich. Kyler Filowich, who adopted an underhanded free throw the last couple of years. That almost looked like an underhanded lay-in at that time.
Well, you know what? The rumor is he doesn't shoot like that no more.
No, that's right.
Apparently he don't shoot like that no more. I heard they brought in Rick Barry to teach him how to shoot that.
They did. And it was fascinating. Everybody loved it.
It was
turn around, Bediako, slow moving, didn't go. 9-point game, 20 seconds to go. Shot clock basically off here. Filowich hands it off to Teddy Allen. Allen, long three, there's the first for Teddy Buckets. Fills the well.
And what does it come on? A beautiful step back 3 on Phoenix Wise, the rookie.
3 seconds in the quarter, 2 seconds. Powell has to let it go. He does. No. 22-16. Deshaun Stevens, what did you think?
I think right now, for Scarborough Shooting Stars, great start to the game. I mean, up by 6, what more do you want against this veteran team? But what they got to do is they got to start hitting their threes. They're taking a lot, but they're not making a lot. Take your shots, but make sure you make them.
Early morning game, trying to shake off the sleep, shake off the rust. Shooting Stars lead, though, 22-16, but they have woken up Teddy Allen. Look out.
Lotto Max now has more?
Oh, yeah. Like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
redtag.ca.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
Welcome back. Good morning, Scarborough. Good morning, Canada. Frank Mitchell. Big Frank. Frank the Tank doing what Frank does best.
6 points. Only 6 points, but I think the most impactful 6 points that you can have, right? 2 for 2 from the field, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and of course the technical. But listen, it's the emotional game. It's the mind game, right? The physical presence that's really been instilled by Frank Mitchell down low in the paint, and he's doing it all, right? And I want to see how they can continue to use him, give him some rest right now. He's not going to start this half, but see what they can do to use him to slow down the game and establish that physical dominance on these Winnipeg Sea Bears.
Chatting with Tyrell Vernon, again, the new head coach, taking over from Mike DiGiorgio. Oh, and a steal right out of the second quarter inbounds. Hildebrandt gave it away to Kellen Tynes. How about that? Boy, the Shooting Stars have come out frothing from the mouth. And how did that go in? I might have gone off Filowich's head.
That went off Filowich's hand. But he'll take it, though. He'll take it.
That might have been a header. That was crazy. 24-18. Two crazy exchanges here. And a big block. Davian Warren with the block, comes the other way and makes the bucket. Block, into the blocks, and the basket.
Coast to coast, what more do you want, right? Comes in the game, makes a big impact. They had a mistake off the inbound to start the quarter, but that's how you rebound. Defense on one end, offensive finish on the other.
Lead carved to 4. 24-20. Powell, Bediako. Back to Miles. Bediako turns, 7-footer, and meets the big hand of Filowich and also Simon Hildebrandt, and it looks like they are giving it to Filowich. How about this way to start the quarter, Deshaun?
What a way to start the quarter indeed. I think the Scarborough Shooting Stars they're coming out swinging, right? And you look at this off the inbounds, Tynes with the steal. Cheney never even really had a chance at that pass. It was overthrown by Hildebrandt, but that's how you want to start the corner. Again, establish your presence, keep the pace up, right? This team in a lot of ways has nothing to lose. A lot of new names on this team. They have a lot to prove, really and truly, and I think a lot of them are fighting for their spots on this team as the season progresses, and those are the type of impressions you want to make to prove that not only do you belong on this team in the beginning, but you belong on this team to finish the season as well.
Alongside Deshaun Stevens, Rod Black, Svandier Barahani, the S-Man is with us. I think he's going to get up. We're going to try to get him to crowd surf for the kids. Get up there.
Is that his nickname, the S-Man?
The S-Man.
The S-Man.
He's the S. And he's going up to see the kids, I'm pretty sure, pretty soon. They're going to probably, all the kids are going to go, hey, look at the famous S-Man. I love the school day games. I don't think they should be every game, but I know they're doing them twice. There's another game on Thursday. I think it's fantastic early in the season for kids to get out, especially kids who are so impressionable and so many kids who play basketball. It is the most played game in Canada because everybody can play it anywhere. Exactly. In your driveway, in the gym, at home, online, video game, whatever. kids love basketball. We are in the golden era of basketball, Deshaun.
Absolutely.
You've seen it.
Yep. And if it's an accessible sport to play, it should be an accessible sport to watch, right? And that's why we're having these kids here and hosting them so they can watch it too.
Teddy Allen, another field goal for Teddy. That Euro step patented.
Euro step dices through 2 defenders to the basket. Teddy Allen's heating up right now.
Again, knifing through, and no, the miss there by Javan Johnson. Recently played in Venezuela and also in Spain, and Sea Bears have made their run and are right back in it and have tied this game.
Just like that. Just like that.
Trey McGowan's, look out for him, the former Stinger, just stung the Sea Bears. We'll be back to Scarborough on CBC Gem after this.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moment that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
Lotto Max now has more?
Oh, yeah. Like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
Welcome back to the Pan Am Center. The Shooting Stars and Winnipeg Sea Bears are all tied, but it is also a school day game here in the Pan Am Center. It's great. How are you liking the Shooting Stars game so far?
It's fun.
It's fun. You like it? Yeah. Who is your favorite player ever? Basketball, doesn't matter. Anything. Do you got one? LeBron James. Very nice. It's a good answer. I like it. Everybody enjoying the game so far? Everybody? Yeah, big thumbs up. Okay, a little bit of nerves here, but it's okay. It's all right. They're getting into it. What is that? Okay, I like it. He said the Shooting Stars are going to win this one. All right. We got our answer, Rod.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I hate to say it, S. You look like a teacher down there. Yeah, he's handing out report cards. I think you're going to. Here's the best way to get to those kids. Go buy some popcorn or some patties and bring them up into the crowd.
I'm doing it.
It has to be patties.
Yeah, good job, man.
Yes, you got to get them all patties now. Yeah. Patties and cocoa bread.
I tell you what, they got great patties here. Great merch, great patties. Get to a game here in Scarborough, Pan Am Center. Another year, Scarborough up by 2 again. A caught, no. Try to trigger that. And it will be Shooting Star ball. But again, I think, the best thing is for these kids, there are a lot of kids who have never been to a professional basketball game. There are a lot of kids, let's face it, in this crowd who will never get to an NBA game just because of the cost or where they live or whatever. This is the next best thing. And for them, they'll tell their parents about it, they'll tell their friends about it, and guess what? They'll come back here and watch the game down the road.
And let's not forget, this is top-tier quality basketball.
Absolutely.
These are players that have played in the NBA, have played across the world, have played in FIBA, played internationally, right? And now getting the chance to play in front of these kids, get to see top-tier basketball players, right? You talk about Miles Powell. He just spent a couple years playing with Philadelphia, playing with former MVP Joel Embiid, right? So these are players that have been to great places and great pastures, and for these kids, it means everything to see them play.
And for these players, this is the league that can launch them to that next level again. Try to get back to the show. Try to get a contract in Europe. There's a three, and the roll of the rim goes for Javan Johnson. Wow, that got all of that rim and more, and right back at you.
Teddy Allen with the response.
Buckets.
Teddy Allen, big response. Deep three, near the logo.
28-27, Powell. The Powell and bucket show here. Miles versus Teddy.
I like it. I like that matchup.
Cheney. Teddy takes it himself. Off balance. Bediako got a piece of that. Times back out. Powell eyes the three. Bingo! Bingo! Miles Powell.
That's a heat check. That's a heat check.
Boy, what a show. 8 and 13 are putting on here. Buckets versus Miles.
And I think the irony of it all is that they both started slow. But we knew they'd both heat up. Look at this. Miles Powell, that's his first three-pointer of the day. Look at this. Easy. Bang. Swish. Puts it down. Miles Powell had a tough three-point shooting performance against Montreal last week, or this past weekend.
Popcorn.
And now today, starting slow from 3, 0 for 3 on his first attempts. But that right there might be what kickstarts a tough performance today.
Here's Teddy Allen. Watch the matchup with Hildebrand and Bediako. They were jawing each other. Allen again, Teddy. Again, there's a shot that you would not teach a lot of kids. The way he elevates and lifts off, it's kind of unorthodox, but it works for Teddy Allen. I've never seen a guy warm up taking so many off-balance shots. Look at that, off the rim, swiped away. And on the sideline, it will be Winnipeg basketball.
Yeah, you talk about Teddy Allen, I mean, that's what makes him special too. He's so hard to defend because he is so almost acrobatic. He does shoot from such unorthodox positions and twists his body, turns his body, he's able to get the shot off at different angles. It's not predictable.
I love watching him in warm-up. Here's McGowan's wanting to dunk on Bediako, but there's a foul instead. Trey McGowan's American player, played in the G League, also played at Nebraska, but also played for the Edmonton Stingers a couple of years ago and was one of their leading scorers when he was in Canada.
McGowan's had intentions on that drive, Rod.
Oh,
he had intentions.
He had some ill intentions, but he was going up against a giant. Here's Hildebrand. Bediako working. Trying to get Simon Hildebrand untracked here. Hildebrand did not play in the CEBL last year, went to Washington State. His NCAA career. Long three. Oh, splash down. Big shot, Armani Chaney. Powell. The scoop. And it goes. What a pace here. Teddy Allen, look out. Reverse lay-in. Misses, but he's fouled en route to the rim. Everybody, Deshaun, is waking up now.
Everyone's waking up. Powell's having a great quarter. Teddy Allen is getting more looks and driving more to the basket. Chaney's hitting threes. It's looking good for everyone. This is the type of game that we anticipated, right? We knew this would be a fast-paced game.
Teddy goes to the line. Teddy Allen, native of Phoenix, Arizona, played at New Mexico State. New Era is the exclusive game uniform partner of the Canadian Elite. There's a rare miss from Teddy Allen.
You know, the big thing, Rod, about, this Winnipeg Seabears team today is I think through the first 2 quarters, they've had so much turnovers. Scarborough had 11 points off turnovers to really start this game, and now Winnipeg's taking care of the ball more, limiting the turnovers and being more careful on those possessions, right? And those opportunities for Scarborough have kind of gone away, and that's why this game has become so close.
Well, Frank Mitchell's back on the floor here. Out there with Johnson and Tynes and Powell. And Uot. Mitchell stuttering underneath. Good defense that time by Hildebrand. Did not back down.
Very good defense.
Teddy lets it fly. In and out. Mitchell, all elbows. Elbows up as he comes down.
Fundamental textbook rebound.
Frank and Johnson play catch. Past the midway point of the second quarter. Baseline. Blocked that. Ball was blocked nicely on the baseline. Allen, again, he's going to the line. Again, draws the foul. Akoya Uot whistled for the infraction.
And the thing about Teddy Allen, again, so unpredictable. For him, why not drive to the basket? Let them foul you. Go to the line, right? Get your points at the free throw line if you need to.
How about this defense? Emmanuel Acott.
Amazing. And look at Teddy Allen, picks up the pace. He knows he could beat Frank Mitchell. Beats him down the line, meets you out at the rim, gets fouled, charity stripe.
So here's Teddy, former shooting star, left here, ended up with Saskatchewan. Then the Winnipeg CBCSports, left the CBCSports as well, and played around the world, played in Leicester in the British Basketball League. Had his opportunities. He's a next level player.
Absolutely. Let's not forget, former league MVP.
2-point game again. Good one here on School Day 2026 in Scarborough.
Oh, what a move.
Great handles here. Tynes underneath. Bediako flushes, but there was a walk underneath by Kellen Tynes.
And Tynes was giving Bilamamu the work, really and truly. He was crossing him up. He made him touch the earth at one point. And again, he made Hildebrand and Bilamamu jump at the rim. He just took 2 extra steps. He had Bediako underneath the rim. Just that travel really ruined what could have been a great play.
Talked about David Walker and Frank Mitchell and the Toronto guys, the connection. Well, Kellen Tynes was a Maritime star. Nova Scotia Player of the Year, and a big 3 again. Yikes. And guess what? The CBCSports have their first lead since early in this ball game.
Again, it's that veteran core, veteran presence.
UA lost the ball. Here comes Teddy again. Teddy dribbling in. Teddy, finger roll, just like that. Another bucket for buckets.
Again, Teddy Allen drives to the basket. He says, listen, they can't stop me. They cannot control me, and I'll just drive to the basket. If I got to get to the line, I'll get to the line. If they can't stop me, I'll finish at the rim.
Thomas. Kellen Tynes. Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Little floater doesn't go, and seems to be a seal at that end right now for the Shooting Stars. A lot of empty trips. Another big 3, laser beam from Armani Chaney, who is lighting it up on School Day in Scarborough.
What a big run from the Winnipeg CBCSports right there. Armani Chaney, big bucket. Simon Hildebrand, big bucket. Teddy Allen, big drive to the basket. And also, most importantly, no turnovers during that entire sequence. Taking care of the ball, getting it down the defensive end, and of course, converting at the basket.
Tennessee State Tiger, Armani Chaney, who was played in Mexico and Spain and now in Canada, and he is on fuego.
Second consecutive game in a row he's been putting up points like this.
Winnipeg's getting a look at some of these new faces that are coming into their lineup that they're going to be talking about here. Armani Chaney now has 9. Teddy Allen, who didn't have a field goal until late in the first quarter, has 14 points now.
A quiet 14 points, right? First points came on a technical foul free throw, all right? And here we are, all drives to the basket.
Miles Powell leads the Shooting Stars with 10. And again, a Shooting Star team that we're not accustomed to seeing. Last year it was the dynamic duo, Batman and Robin, Quavion Smith and Donovan Williams. And, you know, the 3-headed monster with Kat Barber. Possibly that some of these names could be back, but I like some of the young players they have here, some of the players they brought in, and they've done a good job. Brady Heslop, who's the general manager. And of course, the Shooting Stars, they're used to winning around here. They're former champions. They've been in the playoffs. Lotto Max now gives you even more chances to win with new prizes of $100,000 every draw. Get your Lotto Max ticket today. Must be 18 plus to win.
A lot of questions around this Scarborough team as the season started, right? A lot of these players new to the CEBL. Many Canadian fans not used to seeing these players, don't know who they are, but listen, it's coming together well. I see the vision. I think if you've been watching their first 2 games, the vision is very, very clear. This is a really aggressive team, a very high-paced team, very athletic group. Their big thing is just, again, taking care of the ball and converting on those 3s, right? No turnovers, and make sure you hit your shots.
Teddy Allen works on Mitchell. Big guy, but look at the feet on Frank Mitchell. Look at that defense. Teddy Allen lets it fly. Nate Balamu, and underneath. And 1 for Ted Allen. Teddy does it again. Frank Mitchell basically suffocated Teddy Allen, and somehow he still springs loose, picks up the leftovers.
And that's where you see the defensive versatility of Frank Mitchell, being able to guard. Look at this, CBL MVP. He's giving him the work. right? But look, Teddy Allen is able to put up that shot and get back underneath the rim for the pickup and put that ball up for the and one. Teddy Allen doesn't give up on the play, right? He always wants more. He always knows he can get more. He's always where the ball is. That's what makes him so special.
17 in the game for buckets. Wow, 17 first half points. Basically nothing for most of the first half. And he is on fire right now. Powell, deep three! Miles from miles away.
Miles Powell picking up heat. The heat check continues into the second quarter, hitting those shots, doing what he needs to do, keeping his team alive in this game.
Allen again. A touch on every possession. Why not? Hildebrandt eyes it up. No, can't get it. Tynes rebound. Powell the other way. Miles slashes in, scores, and goes through the curtains. He actually just left the building.
He did leave the building.
Miles has left the building. It was curtains for him, and now he's back, and he's got the lay-in. Oh my goodness, you can't make that up. You can't make that up. Oh my goodness, Miles Powell went behind the drapes, went behind the curtains. It was called a little bit of hide and seek here.
He pulled the Houdini.
Oh
Rod, he pulled the Houdini, man. He really left the building on that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just witnessed our first magic act of 2026. You cannot make this up. Miles Powell goes to the rim, knocked down, gets knocked out of bounds, and then comes back the other way to hit the three.
And again, with Miles Powell, the experience that he's had, this is what Scarborough envisioned with him. An explosive guard that they think can shoot the three, right? Can make a difference on a defensive end. Can slash to the basket. He's been doing that all day. He had a very, very tough first quarter, but he's come alive in the second quarter, and now we're really seeing the experience come into action here in this second quarter, limiting that lead now down to just 2 points, right? They were down by 6, legitimately 30 seconds ago. And now he's cut that lead down to 2.
You know, Wayne Gretzky had his office. You know, Kobe had his range, his area. Michael had his area. Miles Powell has a new place here at Pan Am Center. It's almost like you took off and you had to go to the bathroom or something. He went behind the curtains, comes back. I love that. Miles, welcome to Canada. Welcome to Scarborough. That was fantastic.
Is that his welcome to the CEBL
That
moment?
is his welcome. Behind the Curtain, a new podcast, Behind the Curtain with Miles Powell. 2-point game, Sea Bears. Great game here on school day. The folks watching back in the Peg, capital of Manitoba. You and I were chatting before the game about, you know, growing up in Winnipeg and, you know, playing a lot of basketball out there. We had, you know, stars at the time. I remember growing up and idolizing Martin Riley and others, but, you know, Winnipeg's become a hotbed over the last little while for basketball. Here we go. Watch this. We're going to show you the Miles Powell end-to-ender. There he goes. There he goes. Hey, he's out of here. And he took that guy out with him. The photographer got a good picture and came back. Oh, Miles, thank you for lightening up school day. You know what that was? That was recess.
That was recess?
Yeah. Or detention, I guess.
That was detention. I want to check that. I want to check that photographer's camera after the game. See what shots he caught of that moment.
Well,
Miles Powell just charging forward towards him.
Probably got a nice tight up of Miles Powell's nostril. 46-42. Over 90 seconds to go. Great atmosphere in here with all the youngsters. Hey, you know, if you're a kid, there's nothing better than not going to school when you're going to school.
Absolutely.
What'd you learn today? Well, we went to Scarborough. We watched the Shooting Stars and the Sea Bears. And by the way, that is education.
Yeah.
Getting a chance to go out. What a great field trip.
Saw some magic too, right?
Saw some magic.
You got it all.
Chad, you won't believe it. This guy went through the curtains and then he came back and scored a basket the other way. Filovich Out there again, McGowan so strong, and that's a big hard foul by Akoy Uat. And McGowan's gets up, he's okay. He'll go to the line and try to extend the Winnipeg lead.
And one thing we're seeing here with Winnipeg is they're slowing down the pace of the game. A lot of ball movement. Look at this, David Walker to Gowans, and he gets the drive, and Uat met him at the rim. Again, so athletic. Got up there for the pin. Obviously it was a foul, but again, just getting up there. Another athletic player brought in by the Scarborough team, but Winnipeg's doing a good job of just slowing down the pace of this game, getting their ball movement in, finding the opportunities in this Scarborough defense. Scarborough switched up to a 2-3 defense right now, so you know, down low is very congested. You got to wait for the holes to open. You got to be patient and wait for your opportunities.
McGowan's drops both. 48-42, 6-point lead. Biggest lead of the game was 9 by Scarborough early on. Seabears assuming command, regaining the lead in the second quarter. 1:15 to go before halftime. Here's Frank Mitchell. Comes out high, watched by Filowich. Mitchell puts it on the deck, works on Filowich. Banging, barging, puts it up, and it doesn't go a little too strong. Gets it back, goes up again, baby hook from Big Frank.
Frank the Tank.
How do you stop the immovable force? 48-44. I love watching Frank Mitchell. Fade away, off the front iron. And David Walker, the Scarborough native.
You know, and you talk about Frank Mitchell. The unique thing about that last play is he took the ball at the top of the key. You thought he was going to hand it off to a guard, but he took it himself, brought it down low, and look at this. Gave Falowich some work. But again, look, doesn't give up on the play. Goes up against Strong and gets it. Could have been an and one, wasn't an and one. I think he'll take the 2.
Big 3, Jayden Johnson. JJ with the J for 3. Former DePaul Demon. 35 seconds to go before halftime. What a great half this has been. Hope you're enjoying it, watching wherever you're watching. Talked about Winnipeg earlier becoming a hotbed and more players playing. Also in Winnipeg, they sell out that building. They get so many fans. They sell so much merch.
Absolutely. And I think a team being in Winnipeg was one of the best case scenarios for the CBL. It's such a basketball hotbed. I think a hotbed that doesn't often get acknowledged. But like you said, so much talent comes out of there. Like we talked about, 3 universities and a junior college there, right? There's just so much collegiate talent coming out of that city.
Coming out of the half, top 5 plays of the past week from the CEBL. The S-Man will interview Seabears head coach Mike Rainbolt, who was one of the coaches in one of those 3 teams, University of Winnipeg Westman. We'll break down the first half stats and revisit Deshaun's players to watch. Mike Rainbolt, college university coach here. So is Tyrell Vernon at St. FX. Another hotbed in the Maritimes.
Over in Antigonish.
And David Mooncat, one of his former players. What a player he was here in Scarborough. Powell deep. Yes! Oh, he did that! Miles Powell, a monster half. Oh, what a 3! My goodness, ties the game. Buzzer beater. Wow!
Miles Powell, the heat check continues to end the half. Ending it with a 3. Billimamu's hand in his face, but says, no, I'm going to hit this shot and tie this game to send us into half.
With a pow was Powell with his Vandier right now.
Miles, walk me through that last shot at the half.
My coach just told me to go downhill and make something happen, so that's all I did was just listen to my coach and try to make something happen for my team.
Offensively, you've got 20 points in this first half of them, carrying the offensive load. What's allowing you to have a lot of success in this game so far?
My coaching staff and teammates just believe in me. I started off slow. They kept telling me keep shooting, don't lose confidence, and that's what kept me going. So we're just trying to figure it out. We started off a little slow. It's a morning game. You know, this is everybody first time playing in the league. 11 o'clock game is in the morning. It was early, so we're just trying to figure it out and come back and play a better second half.
All right, well, the morning didn't affect you, man. All right, guys, back to you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. That's what that is. At high noon, by the way, here in Scarborough, Miles Powell. I know it's the school day game, but two players are going to school today. Miles Powell has 20. Teddy Allen has 19. What a show. Incredible finish to the first half. Halftime on the CEBL next.
Harding comes up short, thought he was fouled, but won't get the whistle there. House. Samuel slips inside and hammers it down. Angel working against Samuel, doesn't go. Nuga goes! And the Edmonton Stingers knock off the Vancouver Bandits.
Welcome back to Edmonton, Mike Nuga.
91-78.
I'd rather see him look like he shoots the ball better catching it than he does off the dribble.
Here's Fudge. Got Otro to bite. Fudge down the lane, dropping the hammer.
Yeah, Fudge used a nice ball fake there.
Alex Fudge with the tomahawk jam. Silence the crowd.
Speaking of which, Williams with a disruption, but Jones sticks with it. And Tevian Jones with an emphatic flush. Pushing the lead to 18. Sorry, Eric.
That's all right. Tev is just a great athlete, and he is long. Some of the longest arms in the league to go.
Here's Elmore trying to work his way inside. Hunter with some good defense. He's got to reset. Elmore settling for the three. Won't go. Omojofo's got it. He's got to put it up. It'll count if it goes. To beat the buzzer. Omojofo drills a half-court shot.
His first pro point is that. Talk about a memorable moment.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team, caltire.com.
redtag.ca.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun, in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
We want to thank you for not betting with Play Now and choosing our illegal gambling site instead.
Because we couldn't afford things like this without your money.
So much of your money.
Now you might have questions like,
Do our profits benefit your community?
No.
Or bet with Play Now, Manitoba's local legal and secure gambling site.
Lotto Max now has more?
Oh yeah, like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
Just past high noon on the hottest day of 2026, and we've needed the hottest day because the weather here has been lousy, but it is beautiful outside. It's hot outside today, and inside it's getting hotter. It's a school day, but it's also a 50-50 day, you might say, because it's 50-50 at halftime. Winnipeg Sea Bears against the Scarborough Shooting Stars, and these two teams putting on a show right now, and two guys who have been the showmen.
Yeah, it's a game of runs. It's a game of runs, and I think Teddy Allen and Miles Powell have really taken on that leadership role for their teams today. Miles Powell today for Scarborough. I mean, listen, he had a tough start in the first quarter, 0 for 3 from 3, and you know, not so well from the field. But he's really turned it on in the second quarter. Of course, he had his disappearing act by the curtain over there. But he's had his, 3 for 3 from 3 in the second quarter, and of course to end the half right there, the buzzer beater. So he's been big for them. He's been a big emotional piece for them. And then of course Teddy Allen, right,
who started slowly as well. Both of these players, as we take a look at some of the highlights, both of these players have aren't early birds.
Yeah,
they have to wait a little bit later. But Miles Powell, once he got going,
he was money. Once he got going, he was money, right? And you can see the confidence kind of just come back into the way he's playing. He's taking more confident shots, driving to the basket, getting physical, getting his shoulder down, finding contact, right? And I think that's really and truly the brand of Scarborough Shooting Stars basketball that they've established as a franchise over the last number of years. There you go, Houdini, right there. He's got
a best friend for life now.
There you go, right? Again, I want to see the camera on those pictures. But again, here you go. Buzzer beater. Balamalu's hand in his face to hit the buzzer beater. There you go. And of course, Teddy Allen, right? Teddy Allen, a former MVP in this league, started slow, only had 1 point in the first quarter, but really turned it on in the second quarter, had those 19 points, and they've all been quiet. It hasn't been flashy. It hasn't been your typical Teddy, but he's been driving to the basket, seeking contact, getting to the line, taking advantage of offensive glass and finding second chance opportunities for his team. He's being productive, and what he's doing is he's being a problem solver, Rod. He's finding a way to just put points on the board, and it's not going to look pretty. It's not always going to be flashy, but it gets the job done.
Both of these players, when you think about them, mirror images, they don't look alike. Their games aren't really the same, but one thing they do is they can score from everywhere. They can score in their sleep. And they might have been a little asleep early in the first quarter, but they've been awoken here in Scarborough. As we take a look at the numbers, 50-50, and I'd imagine that, free throws, Winnipeg's got to the line a little bit more, but pretty much everything's a saw in this game.
It's even, and you know what? I'm really focused on that three-point percentage because guess what? In both of these teams' last games, they both shot poorly from 3, and now look at this, 50% from 3. The three-point shooting has gone up today.
Well, can't wait for the second half to come. Then we have target score time as well. Get ready for that here on School Day. Halftime in Scarborough, our second half coming up from the ends after this.
We want to thank you for not betting with Play Now and choosing our local gambling site instead.
Because we couldn't afford things like this without your money.
So much of your money.
Now you might have questions like,
do our profits benefit your community?
No.
Or bet with Play Now, Manitoba's local legal and secure gambling site.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit. but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte. Instant hydration.
The day after long weekend. Yeah, back to work, back to school, unless you're one of these kids who get a chance to day after long weekend come together. I love this. Look at that bling this guy's got on. Look at him.
Yeah, I need to take a couple notes from him.
Yes. Yeah. It's just great to see kids courtside, kids in the gym, everybody around today.
Got coach.
And 50-50 score, and S. Vandiar has Winnipeg Westman and Winnipeg Sea-Bears head coach Mike Rainbow side by side.
All right, Coach. 30 points in the paint for Scarborough in that first half. What do you guys have to do to clean up the inside?
Well, hopefully we can keep Tillman on the floor a little bit, and that should be hopefully a bit of a fix for us.
Ultimately, Miles Powell was awesome in that one. He had 20 points. What do you have to do to contain him defensively?
We're going to try to stay connected to him a little bit better than we did in the first half.
All right, thank you very much, Coach. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, S, and thank you, Coach. Again, Mike Rainbow taking over from Mike Taylor, who was first coach and GM, longtime fixture for the Sea-Bears, and had a lot of success in Winnipeg, and they owe Mike Taylor a lot, the Sea-Bears organization. Time for a change, and Mike DiGiorgio stopping by, giving some love to us, but they had to make a change, and now they've moved in a different direction with head coach Rainbow.
And it's a different direction, but the goals are still the same, right? And a different direction, but some of the players are still the same.
And these two players, boy, you are the Kreskin. Again, I'm really dating myself with Kreskin, by the way. Look, Google Kreskin. He was.
I might Google that.
He was a predictor. He was a magician predictor.
I'm gonna Google that. But again, I think these are two players that we anticipated would really have a big impact in this game. Teddy Allen and Miles Powell. Again, two different stories, right? Big impacts. One impact is a little bit quieter than the other. I think Miles Powell has been the showman of the day, right? And he's gotten the crowd hyped. He's made the big shots. He's made the hustle plays, whereas Teddy Allen has been quiet with his production. It's been just drive to the basket. It's been a silent 20. It's getting it done at the free throw line. It's really and truly the dirty work, Rod, that nobody likes to do. The stuff that doesn't make the highlight tape, but it's effective, right? And it's really brought the Winnipeg Sea-Bears back in this game. And Teddy Allen's been doing what he's always been doing for this franchise, and that's leading them to, competing for wins, right? And ultimately one day competing for championships. And Miles Powell, on the other hand, we talked about, again, new stars in the making. Miles Powell is taking advantage of the opportunity to become a star for this team and step into an opportunity and be a leader on this team, right? It's going to be Miles Powell going forward. It's Frank Mitchell. We're seeing IU make some plays. Javon Johnson. All these players are really kind of defining that new brand of Scarborough Shooting Stars basketball. And so far, it's looking good. Looking good through 2 games so far.
So, talked about your players to watch, but their numbers off the charts so far. You can have a record-breaking day. Here are the numbers that they've put up so far. And keep in mind, we've only played 2 quarters. Keep in mind, we've got another quarter and a half, I guess you might say, with target score time. Of course, the final 4 minutes. Clock turned off in the 4th quarter. I love target score time.
Yep, Elam ending is the best. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
By the way, Nick Elam was working with the Winnipeg Sea-Bears. They brought him in as a consultant, the man who invented target score time, the Elam ending, and it was based on, the fact that a lot of people didn't want to see free throws, late game or garbage time. They wanted to see the game end on a walk-off. Nick Elam came up with that. Chris Paul, of course, took it at the All-Star game in the NBA as a tribute to Kobe Bryant, and now it's become a fixture in Canada, in some other leagues. I can see target score time coming into the regular season in the NBA in overtime.
I like that.
I think that's a really good way. Instead of having 5 overtimes in the regular season, I like target score time.
I like that.
I would love to see that. Only overtime. Couldn't do that in the postseason, but I can see it down the road. But we'll wait till we get to target score time. We've had a close one here, back and forth. We had a 14-point lead. We've had a 9-point lead. Both have been erased by both teams.
Javon Johnson looking for the foul on that. Didn't get it. Tillman with the contact.
McGowens and Tillman like that, just like Coach Rainbow said, bringing Jeremiah Tillman into the game. Tillman coming off a 24-point, 10-rebound game against Saskatchewan.
And we talked about him before the game. We said, is he going to have an impact today? Didn't have much of an impact in the first quarter, but right there, first half, right there, getting straight to him to start this second half.
Tillman also is a former champion in the CBL, played Hamilton Honey Badgers. Oh, a big shot by Powell again. Just like that, stays hot. Tillman played with the Honey Badgers, was the field goal percentage leader in the CEBL. He gets near the rim, it's usually in the bucket.
Yep. I believe he's a part of that championship team a few years back, actually.
Yes, he was. Teddy lets it go and hits it again. Not the way you would teach your kids to shoot that basketball, but it works for him.
What patience by Teddy Allen.
Powell trying to answer. Teddy the rebound.
The duel continues between these two. Look at this.
There goes Teddy. Sandwiched in tight, and going to the line will be Emmanuel Acott.
And this is where Teddy Allen, look what he's done right here. He's established going to the rim, and now Scarborough's defense is anticipating Teddy Allen to drive to the basket and seek contact. And what does Teddy Allen do? He knows that they're going to be anticipating him, so what he does is he dumps it off to Acott. Knows Acott's going to have an open lane and potentially either convert on the basket or reach the foul line.
Emmanuel Acott to the line. Eastern Conference game today in Scarborough, presented by Lotto Max. As Acott drains the free throws, 56-52. Sea Bears out of the chute here in the second half. Mitchell lost it, got it back, and he tumbles to the floor. He's fouled.
I thought Frank Mitchell was going to come up with his own magic on that play.
Yes.
Saw the ball leave his hands, came back to him, and thought he was going to make something work.
Foul was on the floor, not a shooting foul. Kyler Filowich is checking back in, another one of the Winnipeg natives. Talked about Acott. Acott was unable to play for a good portion last year, went overseas to play for his national team, Sudan as well. Wasn't granted eligibility back, and then finally got a chance to come back. But they missed Emmanuel Acott, the Sea Bears. They were the host team in the playoffs. Here's Allen, corner three. Buckets, book it.
Teddy Allen's warming up. He's warming up. Already with 5 in this quarter.
With such ease. It's like butter out there.
Yep.
Teddy Allen. Miles Powell's turn. Back to Mitchell. Great pick and roll with Frank Mitchell, and the tank goes down.
But who met him at the rim? Teddy Allen.
Teddy Allen.
Teddy Allen went up for the block, obviously fouled him, but again, Teddy Allen after making a big three, getting down there in the paint to meet Frank the Tank at the rim. And you can see right here, McGowens finds Teddy Allen across the court. And Teddy Allen, he's going to convert on that 10 out of 10 times. Of course, he had his struggles in the first half, but I think he's warmed up now.
Mitchell drains the first. Basketball season has begun in the CEBL, NBA playoffs, getting down to the nitty-gritty. What a game last night. How about that? Game 1, Spurs, OKC, and Victor Wembanyama put on a show, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, congratulations to our Canadian. Back-to-back MVP awards. Pulls the Steve Nash.
So we had a Canadian this year win Most Improved, for the first time ever, Nikhil Alexander-Walker. And then we had Canadian Win. Exactly. Win MVP. Second year in a row.
Great
14th player.
Great time to be a Canadian in basketball. Javen Johnson. Loose ball. Got it back. Johnson now attacks. Reverse. And the English goes. Nice spin to win. 4-point ball game.
Javen Johnson taking over on the second chance opportunity, making sure he converts, grabs his own offensive rebound, and puts it up.
Tyrell Vernon wanted to walk there. Looked like a travel by McGowan's, but it was a loss of possession by the Sea Bears.
If the Scarborough Shooting Stars want to have success in winning this game, they got to get the tempo back up, Ron. I think we've seen much success with Scarborough when the tempo's up, when the pace is fast. It's a fast, young, athletic team.
Sea Bears like to muck it up and slow it down, play half court.
Exactly. That's their game. Slow it down, move the ball, right? Pass the ball around, wait till the lanes open up. But Scarborough, they need to increase the pace of this game if they want to have a chance.
Mitchell flying to the rim, missed that on that left-handed hook shot. The hot shooter Armani Chaney is coming back into the game for the Sea Bears.
Had 11 in the first half, 3 for 3 from the perimeter, 100%. Listen, this is his second consecutive game where he's had double-digit points off the bench. He's becoming a huge piece for this team off the bench.
Chaney. Watched by Tynes. And driving hard to the rim and getting the bucket was Davian Warren. Former Texas Tech Red Raider out of Buffalo, New York. Scooping. One of the rare misses for Powell.
Davian Warren had 20 points in his last game.
Kyler Filowich can't get it to go. Now Teddy. 3-point game. No, he misses. And so Powell and Teddy Allen back-to-back misses for the two stars in this game. Johnson. Filowich, good defense.
And
getting a little sloppy now, Deschamps.
It's getting sloppy. Scarborough's trying to increase the pace, but you got to do it with control.
Nice spin move. And the bucket. And the biggest lead now for the Sea Bears out of the locker room. Warren again is 8. A lot of empty trips here for the Shooting Stars. The last couple of forays down this way.
Teddy Allen guarding Frank Mitchell.
Chaney just dusted Miles Powell. Picked up a foul away from the ball. Hildebrandt returns. Filowich goes to the bench.
And Scarborough's trying to increase the pace of this game. They're getting aggressive down low. They're moving the ball around. They're just not finishing. It's getting a little sloppy, as you said, right? And we all know sloppy basketball is not winning basketball.
Not working any plays as well. Trying to increase the pace. Increasing the pace can also mean a little scrambly.
Absolutely. And again, this is a young team, so right now they're facing a little adversity, down by 8 in the third quarter. How do they respond? They were able to respond their last game against Montreal. They were down by a handful in the second quarter, able to come back, close that gap at half, and ultimately win that game. Now they find themselves in the hole again. How are they going to respond when they're uncomfortable?
Well, this is the guy right here. You want to call somebody, call Ghostbusters or call Miles Powell. Hildebrandt right up on him. Powell looking to shoot. Drops a pass in. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Mitchell's going to have to fade away, and no. Another miss here. Game's getting away from the Shooting Stars. Hildebrandt the other side. The tap back again. David Walker tapping it back. Make that an Acott tapping that in. And so Emmanuel Acott makes it a 10-point lead. Big timeout right now for Scarborough. Got to get it unglued. 5:13 to go, third quarter. You're watching the CEBL on CBC Gem, CBC Sports, and YouTube.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime.
And it's your host, Nick Hornsby.
Welcome back to the Pan Am Center, where the Shooting Stars are trying to get back in this game. If you have been obsessed with sports over the last 30 years, then you will know this guy right here, Rod Black, who is absolutely obsessed with sports. He's been the voice for so many amazing sporting events for us. Of course, obviously, the NBA, the Scarborough Shooting Stars themselves, the World Series in the 90s, PGA. He's covered it all, folks. CFL. Obviously, when I was growing up, as a young man, when I was growing up as a young man watching the Raptors, he was a big part of my life as well. Rod Black, Cut to Black, is out everywhere, folks.
In stores now.
Yeah.
Thanks, S. Yeah, we launched that book today. A lot of the inside stories about sports through the years, Canadian sports. Frank Mitchell, and I will tell you, broadcasting the CEBL games has been a real privilege too. I love this league. When I first remember people were telling me about it, I went, you know, after doing the NBA, I'm going to tell you something. The entertainment value of this league for the fans, for the kids, is off the charts. And a guy like Frank Mitchell helps that out. Anyway, S, I'm gifting you that book.
Well,
save yourself
Rod.
$40.
How was it putting on your writer's hat?
It was interesting. It took a long time. You know, I usually just connect the dots, paint by numbers, but it was good. It was fun. Had a good time doing a lot of good stories. A lot of stories about Leo and Charles Barkley and Jack Nicklaus and Tiger and the rest. And boy, I'm name dropping a lot. I hate name droppers. I said that to Michael Jordan earlier today. Here's a 3-ball, no. But it's at Indigo and online, and I think you'd like it. It's a fun read. And out of bounds, 67-59. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
S, I'm jealous of you. I'm jealous of you, S.
My man.
But Rod, I'm sure the league, we're all honored to have you here.
Oh, it's great to be here, man.
Right? It's a pleasure to have you here. It's a pleasure to work with you and you know, learn from you, right? And I just met you today, but I feel like I've known you forever.
Don't worry. The indoctrination, Deshaun, as S knows.
It's a family around here.
Gets a family, you get a win, you go to Johnny's. That's how it works. Johnny's Burgers. And it's open on Tuesdays in the daytime. Shooting Stars got to get a win. We'll see what happens. Cheney. Another one. A lot of misses right now. Again, the play a little scrambly. Mitchell.
Oh, my goodness.
Reverse dribble, and a little too much that time for Frank.
He has those. Frank Mitchell's special. He's light on his feet.
Oh, what a reverse! A beautiful play by Davian Warren.
Davian Warren, again, 20 points off the bench last game against Saskatoon. And look at this. He's getting it done off the bench here today. What an acrobatic finish at the rim over Frank Mitchell.
Jordan-esque. A Coy Hewitt. They need more threes. Down 7. This is a big turning point in the game. Remember, you only got 6 minutes to work with in the fourth before target time. 2.5 here in the third. Scarborough, big stop here. And a foul. Cheney got his hand on Trey Thomas. Thomas goes down, but a nice steal by Trey Thomas, Deshaun.
Yep, Trey Thomas, he got it done right on the defensive end. Couldn't finish. There was a foul on the play, but again, look, we got Davian Warren on this next play. Again, look at the drive and the finish.
Ooh,
Frank Mitchell was right there, and Frank Mitchell's a big body, right? He's a big obstacle to get around, but look, the awareness, right, and body awareness in mid-air to slow down, scoop the ball up, lay up, finish. So talented.
Well, it's Season 5 from the ends. Be a part of the action from the Toronto Pan Am Sports Center by scanning the QR code or visiting shootingstars.ca/tickets. Get down here and get a chance to experience what these kids are experiencing today and their teachers. You know, the best part of coming to a game today is the teachers have the kids in the stands so they know where they are.
Yeah, they know exactly where they are.
69-64, big block at the other end, and it will be Sea Bears basketball. Teddy Allen returns to the game.
And that's a game changer. Teddy Allen returns to the game. And now if you're Scarborough, the fun times are over, right? You know once number 8 enters the game, he's going to be looking at the perimeter. He's going to be driving to the rim. He's going to have acrobatic finishes. He's going to get to the line. You got to play him patiently. You cannot overcommit on defense when you're guarding Teddy Allen.
Lauren fouled, goes to the line. The thing about Teddy Allen, too, you can try to double him, you can try to triple him.
Oh, yeah.
Teddy Allen is a prolific passer.
Yeah, and again, it's because he's just so patient, right? And I think when he gets off his shots, and it's at all these, unorthodox angles, right? It's so hard to defend. And he's able to just see the defense before they commit to him. He's able to predict the defense before they commit to him. And that's what makes him so special. I'm supposed to just read defenses and adjust in real time, right? It's very Snake-esque.
6-point game, 2:26 to go. Again, some time here. Aycott's going to return in a second.
Davian Warren at the line, already getting to work for the Winnipeg Sea Bears. Picking up where he left off in his last game in Winnipeg's win over Saskatoon.
Well, he's a pleasant addition
absolutely
to this Sea Bears team. Johnson, this time it's Warren who's whistled for the foul.
A little bit aggressive on the switch there, right? Johnson switched off McGowan's onto Warren, and there's a little bit of contact right there, so I understand the call. Winnipeg now in the bonus, you out to the line, right? And we got 2 minutes from here on out, so, any foul, right, will bring Scarborough to the line, and that's going to be important for Scarborough because now they can play a little bit more aggressive, right? Any foul on the floor sends them to the line, opportunity to get some points on the board. Exactly, stops the clock, opportunity to shrink that lead because once you get into that fourth quarter, like you said, only 6 minutes until we reach target score time.
Can the Calgary native who played at Southern Alberta Institute of Technology basketball team there, the SAIT Trojans, South Sudan roots, played recently in Portugal. Sea Bears ball still, 2 minutes to go, third quarter. School day game. There's another school day game on Thursday here. Same start, 11 a.m. on Thursday. Saskatoon Mamba come to town. Teddy Allen, step back three. Rare miss. The buckets.
Good. Looked good, just couldn't fall.
Now they push.
Wow, and you saw right there, Winnipeg had a good adjustment in transition defensively. Jalen Johnson, of course, they know Javon Johnson fast, gonna start at the perimeter and try to drive to the rim. So what they did was they had McGowan's and Aycott double team him at the perimeter. Couldn't drive, got the tip, and got that turnover.
And McGowan's did a good job convincing Amy Cotton that was Winnipeg. Well, I'm not sure it was. It was pretty close.
It was close, but she made a decisive call.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Our officials here do such a great job. Krause is coming back in the game. So good to be back in the spring. It's a rite of passage here in Canada now. The CEBL starting up. So much talk in the offseason with the teams and Brampton, Lenny Asper's team going out. And their big signing was a new owner.
Yep.
Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban.
Can't wait to do a couple of the Honey Badgers games and reconnecting with Mark, and having him in the CEBL just brings even more clout. Al Whitley, who was with the Mavericks for a while, is going to run that team down the road in Brampton. So the league is in great health right now. Get out and see a game wherever you are. You miss it, you miss a lot. Tynes, Johnson, launches. That's off. Rebound. Tynes flying in. Underneath. Uat picked up a foul on the reach-in. And they're saying it was Akoya Uat who reached in with a minute 15 to go. That's his fourth. That's not good news for the Shooting Stars. Tyrell Vernon's going to bring him out. They wanted a substitution, they didn't get it. So Powell's coming back in, Frank Mitchell's coming back in. McGowans runs the floor. Aycott with a screen. Kraus. Aycott. Down low. Tynes on him. Spin move. Unstoppable.
Mismatch from the jump. He knew it. Tynes knew it. Aycott knew it. Had no chance. Back to the basket. Patient. One move. Goes up. Converts.
There's a foul by Kraus. Really, we're talking must-make possessions now for the Shooting Stars. You can't let this lead expand. You got to keep it within single digits if you can get to target score time.
Absolutely. And take a look at Aycott's last basket here. He knew it was a mismatch. Tynes knew it was a mismatch. Aycott knew, right? 1, 2, switch, up, convert. He knew it was a mismatch from the jump. Easy buckets for Emmanuel Aycott. And you're absolutely right, Rod. Listen, you got to get this lead down. You got to get it manageable, because if you enter target score time with, you know, a 10-point deficit, you got to climb out of the 10-point deficit.
We've seen it happen before. We've seen crazy things, but you don't want to do that, especially flirting on your home opener, trying to stay undefeated. You got to whole gym screaming for you. You like to get this W. 45 to go. Mitchell, Powell return. McGowan's too easy, but he missed it. Easy lay in there on a nice path to the basket.
Yep.
Javan Johnson stripped, but will stay with Scarborough.
And once again, Javan Johnson gets the ball at the three-point line, and his move all day has been get the ball to 3, drive to the rim, and see what happens. And right there, the Sea Bears are starting to understand that now and get their hands in there, get a little poke in, try to tip the ball out, and it's resulting in some turnovers, some out of bounds, but they're stopping Javan Johnson from being effective.
Tynes. Oh, nice dribble here. Crossover. Mitchell really strong under the basket. Misses a few chippies, but capitalizes on the leftovers.
Yeah, and listen, again, Frank Mitchell, again, a little too strong on the first attempt. And if he softens it a little bit, he'll always be good. But the good thing about him, never gives up, always grabs the offensive rebound and gives himself a second chance.
3-pointers missed. Last shot will go to Shooting Stars. 4 seconds. Powell. And he's fouled, and that's a bad foul to take there with 1.7. Although they had a foul to give, Aycott did not want to do that. I mean, if Powell was even going up to take a shot, that could have been a 3-point situation.
And you know what? I think Winnipeg kind of got a little bit of deja vu from the end of the last quarter, the end of the first half, right? Powell had the ball, same situation, went up for the 3, and
it is a shooting foul in the bonus.
Look at that.
So,
wow. That's an interesting call.
So now Powell, 1.7 left. Tries to drop these 2 to make it a 5-point game into the 4th. Free throws have been an issue here for Scarborough. They were a big issue early in the season last year. The team barely shooting over 50% from the line to the midway point of the season. Then they cleaned that up. That one goes. Teddy Allen. Touchdown pass. Tynes intercepts, and he almost put it in. 75-69 after 3 quarters, Deshaun.
I like what I see. I like what I see from Winnipeg, really and truly. They've turned these things around. They slowed down Scarborough. Scarborough needs to get more responsible with the ball. No more turnovers. Be responsible. Take care of the ball.
75-69. 4th quarter straight ahead from Pan Am Center in the ends.
Did you know that every CEBL game ends on a game-winning bucket? Yep.
back at Pan Am Sports Center in Toronto, in Scarborough. Time now for the cruise of the game, presented by Cal Tire. Well, this is cruise control, hyperspeed, Miles Powell. Wow. That's got to be one of the highlights of the week.
I feel like Miles Powell's had a couple of highlights today, right? I mean, obviously there was that buzzer beater, but again, the Houdini act, Houdini act in the second quarter.
There's some highlights here tonight. Sports Center, Sportsnet Central.
Pay attention, yo.
Hey, listen, editors out there.
Come on now.
Get those CEBL highlights on the air. Let's go. Right across Canada.
Yep.
Every single day, we got highlights. We got highlights like we got buckets.
For days.
Here's buckets. Teddy. Allen. Again, Teddy. Stop this time. Bediako elbows down, rebound. Here comes Thomas.
Great defense by Scarborough on that possession, limiting Teddy Allen to attempted rebound or attempted layup. They didn't really go anywhere.
Frank. Mitchell. Powell watched by Krause. Powell, floater, tried the bank shot, no. But it is going to stay with Scarborough. Knocked out of bounds. It's a 6-point game.
Miles Powell had a fantastic first half with 20 points, but in that third quarter, Rod, only 3 points. So now, listen, third quarter, it's winning time. Let's see what he can do for this ball club.
Feed the fire. Here he is, the fire. The fire is on fire!
There you go. It's winning time. It's winning time. Close that gap. Get your team back in this ball game. Big three from Miles Powell.
Whatever Miles can do, Teddy says, I can do better. And of course he does. Man, this is fun to watch.
The duel continues. Here we go.
If this was a schoolyard playground, these two would be going at it. Miles Powell, your turn. Why not? Oh, you can't believe this. Back and forth. We are not worthy. Powell and Allen, 1-on-1, 1v1. The rest are all witnesses. Acott, deep three. Yes! Emmanuel Acott through the crosshairs.
I think he wants in now. I think Acott wants in.
He wants in to join the party. Here's Powell. This is a highlight reel show, and Bediako brings down the house. 3-point game. Charles Bediako.
And the tempo has changed.
Cheney. He knocks it down for 3.
He says, me too. I want some too.
Everybody's joining the party now.
He wants in.
Hey, you know what happened? It was lunchtime in the schoolyard on school day, so now you get a little sustenance, get a beverage or two. Guess what? You're ready to roll. That's what they're doing. And how about Charles Bediako, who's known more these days for the controversy surrounding his eligibility in Tuscaloosa with Alabama. This guy is a baller.
Yeah, and you know what? You can't teach height. 7 foot out of Brampton, and listen, you can't teach height. Averaged 6 points per game when he was in the G League and 7 points per game when he was at Alabama during his career, and now he's here in the CBL making a difference, and here comes Teddy Buckets.
Showtime for Teddy Buckets. 85-77, bad giveaway that time by Powell led to that. Now they've got a match. Again, we'll get to the 4-minute mark, and after that the game clock is shut off when we go to a target score time. Add 9 to the leading score. Deep 3 and 3-point foul. Cheney got a little too close that time to Trey Thomas as he was attempting the tray. So Thomas is going to go to the line and shoot 3 times, and these are almost 3 must-makes right now.
Yeah, must-makes right now to bring your team back within 5. And what a 3 minutes of basketball we just saw, Rod. Teddy Allen breakaway with a dunk. That's his easiest basket of the day, by the way.
Yes.
He's grateful for that basket. It hasn't come easy for Teddy Buckets today, but he's been able to get it done, right? 30 points now today, for this team, and it didn't start well. It's been difficult for him, but again, the ability to just adjust, right, and find new avenues of success has been so remarkable for Teddy Allen today, and I'm curious to see how he finishes out this game.
Well, again, you got to make these free throws. Thomas trying to bring this a little closer, and 2 of 3.
Tried to tip it out there.
Ball
look
stuck
at this.
in the mesh.
I've rarely seen that before.
No, that's a very tight mesh.
That's wow.
I'll tell you what.
That's a first.
I'm surprised they could actually touch it the way it was heating up there when Miles Powell was shooting. It was probably a hot net.
I'm surprised not smoking. Wasn't it smoking
Yeah,
a
it
little
was.
bit
I
early?
think it was. 7:17 to go, but really 3:17 to go till target score time. Let's see if these teams settle down and play some half court. Winnipeg with a healthy lead, and they extend that lead to 8.
McGowan's has had such an amazing second half, really taking over for this offense, really kind of leading this offense in moments where Teddy Allen has to step back. McGowan's has really stepped up and become that floor general.
Mitchell barging, crashing, putting it up and chipping it in.
Again, second chance opportunities, and Frank Mitchell barking back at Emmanuel Aycock, but second chance opportunities. Frank Mitchell not giving up on the play.
He and Aycock got it going right now. They got a little something. Guys who played against each other before. Oh, and a scoop and a foul. And going to the line will be David Walker, the former shooting star. At TMU Bold.
David Walker, former Division I prospect, and came back to Canada, spent 2 years at TMU, and really just lit up the OUA.
Well, you can catch all the exciting basketball from here at the Pan Am Sports Center in Toronto. You can also catch it at the Canada Life Center in downtown Winnipeg as part of CBER's summer pickup. Good chance to grab your tickets by visiting cbears.ca/tickets or scan the QR code and go to Canada Life Center, downtown Winnipeg. Great downtown in the summer. I'm a Pegger from there. I love their hoops down there. And boy, they were great hosts of championship weekend last year. Different this year. There is no championship weekend. You play into a final playoff series. So some changes within the CEBL, but if you're in Winnipeg, get a chance to go watch your team. It's worth the price of admission always.
Absolutely.
6 minutes, but again, 2 minutes till the 4-minute mark. That's a deep three, all mesh. David Walker strikes again.
David Walker, the Toronto product, getting in on the action, saying, don't forget about me. I'm impactful too. Hitting that three when his team needs it the most to extend that lead to 10.
10, and imperative that the Shooting Stars get it within a reasonable distance. Can't make up the 10 likely in 2 minutes. But you can carve into this lead, keep it in single digits.
Absolutely.
Give yourself a chance in target score time when it's a completely different ball game.
Exactly. The game slows down, but you want to carry momentum into target score time. If you can chip away at this lead, you'll put yourself in a good spot.
Lawrence had a great second half. Not this time. Buckets underneath. Teddy up and in. So easy. Teddy Allen all over the floor as usual.
Always finds himself near the ball. Always gives himself an opportunity to make a big play. Teddy Allen, second chance opportunity right there. Cashes in on that layup.
Powell almost lost it. Need this three, way short.
Didn't get his jump in. Was a little flat.
Allen again. And it's out of bounds, and a break there for the Shooting Stars after what wasn't a good possession. That was a poor shot that time. Execution didn't work for the Shooting Stars, and the CBears almost made them pay. 10-point game, minute 50. Make that a 50 seconds to go until we turn off that clock on the first whistle. I always like the tact around that 4-minute mark to see what teams do if they keep playing on or they try to force a whistle. Nice play there on the lay-in by Tynes, the Maritimer. Or I should say Maritiner, Kellen Tynes. And another lost possession from the CBears. So here's a great opportunity for the Shooting Stars if they can run a quick offense here. I guess the tack would be get a quick hoop and then hope for another stop, or take this clock down to 4, maybe get a 2 or 3, and then get that break coming up.
that might be the safest route, right? I think you run out the final 23 seconds and go for that final shot, right? Get up a shot, and then on that next blow up the whistle, head into target score time.
Let's see what happens. Tynes. Gotta think that Powell's gonna see the ball. It's almost stolen. They got it back. Shot clock's at 6. Here's Powell. Powell stepping back and launching, and he's gonna make it a 4-point play. A 4-point attempt as he stares down the Winnipeg bench. And what a mistake there from the Sea Bears. Collapsed over on Powell, who shot up a prayer, and it was answered.
And they got aggressive. Winnipeg got aggressive. They over-pursued, kicked out right here to Powell. And look at this, Bilamalu, hand in there. He got aggressive. He over-pursued, he got a little greedy, and made him pay for it. Powell made him pay for it. He's been hot all day this entire second half, and right there, a potential for a 4-point play to limit this lead down to potentially 4 points heading into target score time.
Powell has struggled a bit from the line, just over 50% here today. And he misses this one and knocked out of bounds. It's shooting star basketball. That couldn't have worked out any better.
Yep.
But it's 1 second after the clock stops. So that didn't quite work out. But still, it's a 5-point game. And the target score is 102 when we come back to Scarborough. Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime. Oh, and it goes. Nick Hornsby. Here's Oakland for the win. You gotta love a Canadian news. Two hands. Me. Oh, what a block from behind.
Next bucket wins.
Target score time is the best time of a game. The energy, the drama.
That anything can happen. Oh my goodness! Can you believe this guy?
Big players step up in big time.
He is cooking.
Well, next games are coming up in the CEBL. Another busy week. The Sea Bears return home. They welcome the two-time defending champion Niagara River Lions to Canada Life Center. Last time the River Lions were in Winnipeg, they won another chip. Tip-off from Manitoba Capital, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. And Thursday, the Shooting Stars against the rebranded Saskatoon Mamba. And they're violet. I guess that's violet, purple, magenta.
Yeah.
And look at that Mamba. Yeah. That snake is back. It's no longer the Rattlers, but the Mamba. All the action takes place. Another school day game on Thursday here at 11 a.m. Eastern. That's 9 a.m. for those of you who are watching in that great green province of Saskatchewan. So, target score is 102. Add 9 to the 93 that Winnipeg has on the board. But that, you know, Miles Powell, just 2 of 5 from the line.
Yeah.
By a second, knocked out of bounds. Might have had another possession that could have carved into that a little more.
Absolutely.
But 5 is still manageable.
Very manageable. And it's more manageable than where they were at 10 before, right? So it's way more manageable than where they were before. They did their job, right? The job was to shrink this lead, make it workable, and they did that. Played responsible basketball, took care of the ball, forced turnovers, hit their shots, didn't hit their free throws, but put themselves in a good position to have a shot at winning this ball game.
Who will be the hero today? Will it be Teddy Allen with 30? Will it be Miles Powell with 32? Or will it be somebody else? Keep in mind, for those of you who've never seen target score time before, we shoot to a target. It's always a walk-off in the CEBL. First team that gets to 102. And when it first started, the first couple of years, I think people were kind of a little confused sometimes by strategy, what to do, or maybe not even confused, maybe a little uneducated at times, how this is going to work. There is a real strategy, it seems now, to target score time.
Absolutely. I think, you know, when it was first introduced to the league back in 2019, a lot of the coaches and the players had never played with the Elam ending before.
Everybody was chucking up threes.
Yeah. Not a lot of people knew even knew what it was, right? And so, but the unique thing here is, I think, again, coaches have become adjusted to it over time and have learned how to coach in Elam ending time. I think the players have learned as well, that how to slow down the game, how to really feel out the game in Elam ending time, and understand that, because there's no clock, it's limitless in terms of how long the game can go. And so it's about being disciplined. Really,
it can be limitless. The other thing, Deshaun, is real key. You play defense all the time.
Yes.
But defense is paramount.
Absolutely.
And not taking fouls in Elam time or target score time. Cannot take those fouls. And
absolutely.
You got to make sure you make good on your possessions. And you start to see defenses tighten, offenses not as much fast break, not as much transition.
Yep.
I often see, and I like the tact, when a team has like a 10-point lead, I don't mind, if I was a coach, going after threes and trying to and start the bus and get this thing going.
Yeah.
If you got a big lead, let's take a couple threes. But
absolutely.
Then, if the team's starting to inch back, guys, stop taking these threes.
Yes. Yeah. You gotta know when's turn on and turn it off. Absolutely, right? And I think the cool thing is, again, because there's no clock, right? As long as you're good on the defensive end, you can chuck up some of those threes. You can take some of those chances as long as you do your job on the defensive end.
Officials are just making sure that the shot clock is reset. Thanks to our officials today. Thanks for all of you watching wherever you're watching on CBC Gem, CEBL Plus, YouTube, CBC Sports, wherever. And what a great opener to the home season for the Shooting Stars. Exciting ball game, a lot of highlights. Now the Shooting Stars would like to end it with a dub. Okay, we got the 24-second clocks set.
Here we go.
Let's see what the strategy, the tact is now. You got to think that they'll be pressuring ball on Powell and Teddy Allen. Powell gets the ball, gets it back, and knocks it down, and jaws that Winnipeg bench. Look at this, it's a 2-point game. Somehow that worked out. Shooting Stars lost the ball, regained the ball, and Powell now has 35 in the game. Teddy Allen. It's going to be the Allen-Powell show, you got to figure. Face it down, backs up, faces up, turns around, throws it up, no call. Allen wanted to foul. And how about this? 10 down. Shooting Stars are a bucket away from tying this up. Tynes! I don't know why he didn't go up to the basket that time. A little too unselfish.
He overthought the moment. Here we go. Winnipeg wanting to slow down the pace now. Scarborough's been off to a good start.
McGowan's over the big body.
What a take.
What an absolute basket.
What a take.
Over Bediako, and a foul.
Bediako, 7-foot frame. 6'3" wingspan all over McGowan's. And look at this, switches on, and look at that. Look at that. Takes his time, finds a hole, goes up high, takes the contact. Bediako did a good job there. I don't know if there was a foul, but again, McGowan's even better job with the finish.
4-point lead. This free throw, if it goes, would put them 6 points away from their third straight victory. What would be sizzling start for the Sea Bears from Winnipeg. There are some Sea Bears in Winnipeg.
Are there actually?
Well, the sea bear is the polar bear. I've actually seen polar bears living in Manitoba. They're not around. The sea bears are in the Assiniboine Park Zoo. But further north, up in the Northern Territories, Churchill, there are a lot of polar bears up there. You don't want to mess with them.
Are there any sea bears at the Toronto Zoo?
I believe there are.
Okay.
We should go check.
We got to check it out.
Right down Morningside, as a matter. We're not far from it. In case you're wondering where the Pan Am Center is. And beautiful facility here. Was such a great host for the Pan Am Games a few years ago, but it's not too far away from the zoo, the Metro Zoo, and Scarborough area, just off of 401 in Morningside. I'd say about a half an hour from downtown Toronto on a good day. On a bad day in traffic, could be an hour.
I haven't been to the zoo since I was like 10 years old. So I might go to the zoo and see if we see some sea bears. And look, they're cleaning up some sweat on the court.
The Shooting Stars, by the way, one of the things that the ownership group here, and Sam Ibrahim and Nico and Lowe and now Drew Green from Indochino as well, who's part of this ownership group. One thing they do in this community is great community work.
Absolutely.
The Shooting Stars were actually at the zoo over the last week or so, and they actually had a community event there, and I'm sure for a lot of the players, they haven't been to a zoo in a while as well. It's been a zoo in here today with all these school kids, and boy, Powell was close to that center court line going over and back. 8 seconds, nice quick hands by Warren. Shot clock's at 8 here, Deshaun.
And listen, if you're Scarborough on the defensive end, one, you got to make your shots. You have to make your shots at this point in the game. Winnipeg is too close to hitting that target score. Boy, so you got to be careful with the ball.
Have they ever tightened the screws defensively too? Euro step. There it is. You watch. And does it again.
They're alive. They're alive. 2-point game.
2-point game. 8 away for Scarborough. 6 away. And look at how different this game is compared to when the clock was running. Half-court possessions. Tight D. Mitchell on Warren. Good defense that time. Frank the Tank.
Good defense from Frank Mitchell. Patient, no foul. Great contest.
Kellen Tynes. Nice crossover. Tynes driving and swatted by the human fly swatter. Great defender. David Walker Skywalker.
Yeah, David Walker said no, not in today. Not today. Not in my house.
Jeremiah Tillman's coming in for some length. Counteract that Frank Mitchell.
Look at this. Tynes driving to the rim. David Walker's all over him. Yeah, David Walker never gave him a chance. Saw that all the way through.
Uwat Johnson. Miles Powell has Walker all over him. Tynes. Open three. No! Looked good from here, just a little bit short. Now a key possession for the Sea Bears.
Here we go.
What a pick by Tillman. McGowan's. Frank Mitchell with the block.
Again, the patience by Frank Mitchell. Not to foul.
Again. 3-ball. Open three. Miles does it again. Miles Powell gives the Shooting Stars the lead. This is Miles Powell Day in Scarborough.
Miles Powell, the heat check has been on for a whole 2.5 quarters, Rod. Miles Powell from the corner takes his time, sets up the three, hits another one to take.
Wow. Miles does it again. Defense, Mitchell. Then they bring it up the floor.
Brings it up. Again, IU dishes it out to Miles Powell, takes his time, hits that three to take the lead. Their first lead since the third quarter.
What an exciting ball game. Some of these kids, their buses are leaving now. They didn't want to leave. Thank you for coming today. I think, look at the teachers saying, no, we should stay. Tell that bus to just hang on. Great to have you all here today. All the school kids from the area getting a chance to see, witness, and I'm sure they're going to go home, no matter who wins this game today, say, you know something, we saw something pretty special.
Absolutely. Miles Powell, listen, 38, 2 away from a 40-piece. Right, Teddy Allen, a 30-piece right now. Frank Mitchell, 17. All the stars are coming out today.
Shooting stars are shooting stars today, trying to get to 2-0. Winnipeg trying to get to 3-0. And who is going to blink here? And the defense at both ends has been exceptional.
Absolutely.
5 points away, Shooting Stars from 102. And the win.
If you're Winnipeg.
Sea Bears 6 points away, and we talk about possessions again. The Sea Bears have had a couple of empty trips here.
Absolutely. If you're Winnipeg right now, you want to slow down the pace a little bit. You want to dissect this defense and open up some opportunities for Teddy Allen.
There it is. It's Teddy's game. Oh, what defense again by Tynes.
Scarborough's locked in defensively. Tynes all over Teddy Allen, on him like glue. And he was patient, waited for the moment, reached in at the right time, obviously ball out of bounds, but a great reach in, great play by Tynes on the former CBL MVP.
Teddy, you know, This ball is going to him. Tynes blanketing him. Walker thinking about a three. David Walker inside, trying to hand it off. Acott misses the gimme. And now a huge possession for the Shooting Stars. A score here, and they could be one possession from winning the ball game. Teddy Allen, foul up top. It will be an inbounds. It's going to be interesting to see how we play this down over the next little while, too, and especially if it gets to free throws.
Yes.
Shooting Stars have missed 10 free throws today. I'm sure they like to get to the line, but they don't want to make this game depend on the line.
Absolutely.
Johnson yo-yoing this basketball. Johnson launches. It's off. Rebound. Okoye goes up, and it's a jump ball. Uwa thought that he was fouled.
And you know what? He had a good effort in there. Got in there, grabbed the rebound. There was some contact. There was a hand in there.
Scarborough ball, though, Deshaun. Possession to Scarborough.
And that's what's most important.
So difficult for the referees at this point. You know, do you let him play? Do you call the ticky-tack, the small stuff? Mitchell underneath. Great inbounds play! The Shooting Stars are 3 points away from coming all the way back.
And Frank Mitchell, light touch on that inbounds. Doesn't want to mess up that layup.
McGowan's, and he's fouled.
And Frank Mitchell, who's had such great defensive performances in that paint.
Tyrell Vernon's going to take a timeout. Good one here, because he's going to talk about getting the ball back. And do they set up for a three to win? Depending on what they do at the line here.
Yep.
It's going to come down to the short strokes here. What an inbounds play, Deshaun.
Absolutely. Frank Mitchell. And again, credit to Frank Mitchell for the soft touch, because we've seen him miss a lot of those first chance layups today, but he knew in this moment in time, listen, I can't miss that first chance. Goes up soft, converts, gets back on defense. Now, he did good on defense. He's had a lot of great defensive stances in that paint today. Just got caught on the contact right there. But Frank Mitchell, he's having a great just offensive and defensive day on both ends.
He's been the X factor.
Absolutely.
He has been the X factor.
Absolutely.
It's Miles Powell's game and Teddy Allen's game. I would even say for Winnipeg, a guy like Emmanuel Acott, another X factor. The guys that don't get a lot of credit do the dirty work, but some of that high percentage stuff inside as we go inside the huddle with head coach Rainbow. And Tyrell Vernon, his second game as head coach of the Shooting Stars, was an assistant back here under Chris Exelis when they won the championship. Then went to Calgary and coached the Surge. Back home here again, and of course the coach, St. Francis Xavier University in Antigonish.
Yeah, 2 U Sports coaches today going at it. You love to see that.
And coaching guys who've had years and years of experience.
Absolutely.
That helps them at their university program. McGowan's key here, missed it. Oh, he missed it.
That was a big miss.
Now, let's see how this plays out. Winnipeg not putting anybody on the lane beside Mitchell. Very interesting. In case there was a miss.
Do they go for the 3?
I don't think you need to.
Do they play the 2? Just play basketball. How about that?
Yeah, I think you take what they give you. If Miles Powell gets it, anything will go. Oh, and a giveaway. That's not what you wanted. Now Teddy Allen, coast to coast. Allen, tip back drill, and Teddy Allen ties the game. And now we are a 3-pointer away. I think now you go for the 3. And it's got to be Miles Powell.
Yep, the pressure is on.
And it might even be a 3 that might draw a foul. Pick and roll with Mitchell. Mitchell slipped, he's fouled by Warren, and Frank Mitchell slow to get up. And now this is where target score time has infinite possibilities, and this is what we love about it. Mitchell's okay, he gets up. But how about this? This was a costly giveaway, and of course it goes right to Teddy Allen, gets it in his mitts, and then a little tap back pass. Beauty.
Almost a travel there. Almost a little bit of a travel there, right? Refs didn't call it. Teddy Allen got lucky, but that's what ties the game, puts them in position now to win it now. And it changes the dynamics of the game, right? You know, 20, 30 seconds ago we were saying, we don't go for the 3. Take what they give you. Now, The game is tied.
Now you have to.
You have to take the chance.
And here's the thing about because you haven't gone for threes, and not that you're going to be cold. These guys are pros. But you haven't launched a three in a while.
Yep.
Do you get a good look? You get an open look. You try. It's hard to get an open look in target score time.
And here's the thing: if you're Scarborough, the only player that's been launching threes for you has been Miles Powell.
Well, here's the other thing: Mitchell goes to the line now.
Yeah.
Again, Shooting Stars have missed 10 free throws today. It has been their bane. Not this time.
Not this time.
But here's what can happen. He can make both of these free throws, and Winnipeg can still go home and start the bus because guess who's getting the basketball?
Teddy Allen.
Teddy Allen for the win.
There you
and
go.
How many times have we said that on a CEBL broadcast? And a miss.
There's 11. Miss number 11.
Miss number 11. It doesn't really matter because the next bucket would win. And they wanted to get the foul. They did get a foul. So, now you also as a coach, I'd want to put them at the line.
Yeah.
Put them at the line, get a foul, put them at a line, make them make their free throws. Yeah. Even if they make, it's only 1-on-1. You go back down and your next bucket wins.
There you go.
So I think the strategy here has to be to foul, especially Teddy Allen, and put him on the line. And then does Winnipeg even think about missing one of those free throw shots?
To try to get a second chance opportunity.
Love this game. There's the foul.
Oh, look, he tried to shoot that. Is that a shooting foul or is that on the floor?
No, he's saying it's floor.
On the floor.
And that was a brilliant play by the McGowans. So they're gonna put him to the line. I am not the biggest fan of games ending in free throws.
Yep.
But when the strategy plays out like this,
it's chess.
It is, and I do think I think we can tinker with the target score time a little bit. I'd like to see fouls reset into target score time. I really would like to see that, so that this doesn't, But it's cool. And now a miss or a make. Now the make, and now Tyrell Vernon, and now it's do or die time.
Yep.
You got one possession to make it. Now, I don't know if they do this. I think you play some tight defense on the Shooting Stars because they struggled from the line.
Yes. Yeah.
And you might not be able to win it from the line.
If you foul them at the line, if you foul them and send them to the line, they might go 1 for 2. Chances are they're going to go 1 for 2 based on statistics today.
I think Tyrell Vernon's got to be thinking, and I know that Miles Powell has been the guy.
Yeah.
But I think the guy to go here would be 0-0.
Frank
Get him
Mitchell.
Inside.
Yes.
Something easy.
Yes.
Work a play.
Yes.
Maybe a pick and roll. And Frank Mitchell to win.
Yeah.
The only thing with Frank today has been a little too strong.
The first touch.
First touch.
Way too strong. Launching it. He's been good on the offensive rebounds, giving himself second chances. But he's been the dominant force today down low. He's been reliable. He's been one of your most reliable players, right? And so they don't have they don't have a solution for him. They tried Tillman, didn't work. Obviously, Teddy Allen's guarded him a little bit, hasn't worked. Acott's guarded him. Everyone's taking their shots at Frank Mitchell.
Well, maybe it's Frank Mitchell. You got to think. Miles Powell, a bucket away from 40. Maybe it's a Koyua. Got to think that the Sea Bears are going to play some tight D here as well. It could come down to free throws. What a fantastic, fantastic school day game.
We've been spoiled.
What an education in basketball today. Let's go. Here we go. Chance to win it. Tight D. Oh, and a steal out of bounds. And you can see that Emmanuel Acott was right up on Mitchell.
And you called it. Play tight defense on Scarborough. If you're Winnipeg. Here we go.
Tight D. You got to think Powell's going to pop out. There he goes. Warren, good defender on Powell. Miles Powell looking to win this thing. Looking to end this thing. Deep three for the win. No! Rebound. Shooting Stars. Powell again. Again. He got it. He did it. Oh my goodness, what a finish. Miles Powell has won it for the Shooting Stars. A remarkable finish. Powell. The miss, the rebound, the make. Incredible. points. And the Scarborough Shooting Stars pull out an absolute stunner. What a thriller. 2-0. And these guys who, before this season began, nobody knew their names. Guess what, CEBL? Guess what, Scarborough? You know their names now, and you know the name Miles Powell. Wow.
Miles Powell took that shot, missed it, and you out with the amazing rebound, gets it back to Powell, and listen, he took actions into his own hands, said, I'm hitting this shot today, and what a game.
Didn't need a three.
What a game. Didn't need it. Could have went for the two. Didn't need it, but what a game from Miles Powell. A tough first quarter. Was able to persevere through the second, through the third, and bring that into target score time. 41 piece today. 41 piece for the former Philadelphia 76er in his first season here in the CEBL, making a name for himself in Scarborough with the Shooting Stars.
What an absolute treat to watch him. And I don't know what he was like when he was a kid and got to go to watch a game, but these kids got treated to their new hero, our player of the game, presented by Booster Juice. It looks like our players of the game. Let's go to Esvandier, who's with Miles Powell and all of his new best friends.
All right, Miles, you are the Iceman for the day. 41 points, including the game winner. Walk me through that final shot.
Like I told you at halftime, without my teammates and my coaching staff, I don't think I would have been able to do it. I started off slow today. Like I said, it was an 11 o'clock game. It was our first time playing in the morning, and we figured it out. That's the best thing about us is we stay together and we work together.
I mean, it's early in the season, but what is it about this group that you guys are already so together, so connected?
We all new to this. There's not one person on the team that's played in this league before, so we figuring it out together. We break our huddles and we say us, and that's just the motto this year, just sticking together and believing in each other.
Grabbing that offensive rebound, taking that shot, what does it mean for you to knock that down?
Just to be there for my teammates the way I'm there for them. So, I mean, just like they believe in me, I believe in them. And tonight was my night. So, yeah, we're going to enjoy it. And then Thursday, we'll be back for Thursday.
All right, Miles. Thank you very much. Guys, back to you.
Oh, yeah. School's out now. School's back in. What a schooling. Miles Powell, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Scarborough. What an absolutely outstanding display. Deshaun Stevens is going to break it down. Thank you, S. Shooting Stars win. We'll wrap it up when we come back to the Pan Am Sports Center. A thriller on school day. The kids were all right, and Miles Powell was dynamite. Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime.
You gotta love a Canadian news.
Two hands, me. Oh, what a block from behind.
Because we couldn't afford things like this without your money.
So much of your money.
Now you have questions like,
Do our profits benefit your community?
No.
Or bet with Play Now, Manitoba's local legal and secure gambling site.
Mike DiGiorgio coming over. Boy, there are a lot of happy people in Scarborough. What an ending in the ends. That was absolutely fantastic. The day-night doubleheader continues tonight from Montreal. TDM, Taven Dunmartin makes his return to Verdun. Saskatoon Mamba take on Tavian, and Montreal Alliance tip off at 7:30 Eastern. Catch all the action on CBC Jam, CBC Sports, YouTube, and CEBL Plus. Well, partner, my new partner, Deshaun Stevens, that was fun. If we have 9 more of those, I'd be happy, or 11 more of those.
I think we'll be just fine. Listen, that's as beautiful as CEBL basketball gets, right? What more do you want than a Elam ending game that comes down to the wire and, a three-ball game winner right there. So I think for the Scarborough Shooting Stars, that's what you want to start the season with this new group of guys, really and truly. New stars in the building. Miles Powell, you found your leaders. You found your identity. This team might be good here on out in this early part of the season.
I remember when they first came into the league, the Shooting Stars, the names that we got to know, particularly Kat Barber and Donovan Williams and Terquavion Smith, Batman and Robin last year. Guess what? There's a new star in the Shooting Star Galaxy, and his name is Miles Powell.
Miles Powell. And we're going to find out who his Robin is.
Yeah.
Who's his Robin?
There are probably a few Robins. Anyways, partner, we'll see you soon.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for that. Thank you to Esfandiar Barahani. Thank you to Dan Gladman, our entire crew here at the Pan Am Center. It was school day today. The kids were out of school. They came and they were watching a schooling put on by these great players today. Came down to Miles Powell and a three-point shot that won the game for the undefeated Scarborough Shooting Stars. What a day. 41 points for Miles Powell, the former NBAer, now a star for the Shooting Stars. Stars win. Miles was outstanding. So long from Scarborough. We'll see you soon in the CEBL. That's good. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you for everything.